everyone. Welcome to the New Year's Eve show. For Patrick, it's already the future. He's already into 2019, and so join us on this time travel show.
It's going to be dark in the future.
It's going
Oh,
to
great.
be.
Great, fabulous.
I love that. So give me a second here. I'm hearing, don't know, give me a second here. I'm hearing myself. Wow, there was the echo. We got rid of that. Thank you. I was truly in the future. I was also hearing myself again. So welcome everyone. Most of y'all are well known, but it's my honor to have this distinguished panel of empaths, intuitive psychics, all the rest of us renegades. Welcome. So I have Sue G. Hello, Sue.
Hi.
Good to see you. I have Raven Wolf. How are you doing?
Great. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I have Anja. How are you doing?
I'm excellent. Hello.
Excellent. And Brian with Milky Way Weekly. Brian, good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you. How you doing?
Well, any better, I'd be guilty. But I was never that innocent. Karen with Queen of Courts. How are you doing, my dear?
Excellent. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. Glad to be here.
And from across the pond, we have Patrick Garrett. How are you doing, my friend, Patrick?
Well, I feel like a bit of deja vu is happening at the moment. I think I'm going through the new year again.
You are. Welcome to the machine.
That's the quickest year I've ever known.
See, it's all perspective. It has no doubt about it. So, everyone, 2018, kind of like maybe get around Robin on this. Maybe 1 or 2 points of what you saw 2018 as either a pivotal point or something that was extraordinary in your life. Sue, let's start with you.
Me? Okay. Well, wow. How can I narrow it down?
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, 2018 was just a massive year. Well, I'm in a personal 11 year also, so it was a huge spiritual year for me, but for everybody else. But the monumental thing is this right here, this screen that's in front of me. There's Wayne and there's Anja and Brian and Raven, Anna and Karen and Patrick and the community. I just can't say enough. I mean, awesomeness. So that is huge. I mean, it's been a massive year for me, personal, everything, just change, expansion. It's only up from here as far as I'm concerned.
Well, it's so true when you look at this group here. This group has grown out of this community. It's those who are watching, they're actively a part of this community, and it's humbling. It's amazing to see what's happened. I agree with you, Sue. That in itself is extraordinary. I'd agree.
Yes.
So let's say, Anna, with Ravenwolf, how are you doing? What would you see 2018 to be for you? Extraordinary event or epiphany?
Well, I was all the beginning of this year, 2018. I came with this intuitive feeling that it was going to be a big one and there was going to be lots of changes. And what comes usually, a tower moment that creates a change. I notice in my personal life, cycles closing, kind of like I'm getting set on a path and, whoever is meant to be in my life is going to be there, and who is not is just going to be taking, that sounds so mean, out of my life, but you know what I mean?
It's all right. No, I can dig it.
But kind of like, your vibration attracts your tribe and, you know, people that are with the same vibration and everything. So definitely changes, and kind of like, what's the word? Like prepare us. This year, I feel like you really prepare us for whatever is coming in 2019. It's like a lot of purging, like we have to like close and loose ends, you know, and I don't know, that's how I felt.
Wow, that's pretty spot on. Brian, how about yourself, my friend? I know personally, Brian and I are good friends. We talk to each other often. So, hey, buddy, I'm just going to put the spotlight on you. Kind of give us what you saw in 2018, extraordinary, epiphany moment, etc.
Well, you know, hands down, like Sue said, the community. But really, as far as in my journey, it's been more of trying to release all that outer noise and focus more on the self. That's been my biggest pivotal thing.
Wow. I'd have to agree with that. Karen, up in the
Yes.
beautiful Northwest. How about yourself, my dear?
Oh, wow. What a year. Geez, Wayne. I remember it started last January, actually, to the month, watching you on a show. And is that mine making noise? You can hear me all right, Wayne? Okay. So,
We can hear you.
okay. And so it started off, remember you said it was going to be an amethyst, or actually a purple year, 2018. And you had the sign up there for the new year, and it was purple. And I thought, and I was listening to it, was one of my first shows, and I thought, oh my goodness, yes, it's a year of balance and healing and kind of bringing everything together, knowledge, clearing. And I thought, oh, I've got to send this man some amethyst for his year, which I did, and that's how we met. So the same thing, Sue and Brian and everyone, for me, it was coming out to be part of a community of like-minded people with the same energy and spirit and love, and just to share the knowledge and information and just everything that I had. And I just really wanted to send out crystals to everybody and, you know, share that with people that I had accumulated. So it was just a phenomenal year, just of meeting everybody. And like you said, the screen and the people and the community, just everybody was phenomenal. Just
Well,
unbelievable.
Karen, I have to say you've been most generous, and I know you have a giveaway, and we're going to talk
Yes.
about that. Patrick,
Hello.
how are you, my friend? How about for yourself? And if everyone could just mute, that way we'll make sure that no one has any background sound. There we go. All right. So Patrick, you're on, buddy.
Do you want me to mute as well? I've got two things I'd like to say, Wayne. One is I don't know whether it's come with age or whether it's come as part of the so-called waking up process, but I don't let things bother me so much. I've always been a laid-back sort of person, and I think I'm even more laid back. Getting the courage to come out onto YouTube is a big step for me, you know, because it does take courage to get in front of the camera, and even more courage when you're going to say, I'm going to pick up a pendulum and talk to the planets. The arrows start flying quite quickly.
Yeah, it's like, are you crazy?
Yeah, I've been called a nutter. I've been told I have no moral compass,
Hey,
stuff like that. But hey ho, each to their own.
yeah.
Taking the badge of honor.
Exactly.
I've been called worse things, Brian.
Who you telling?
Well, Patrick, it's just an honor to have you. Anja, you
Yeah.
have brought just a light to the world, this community. So, how about for you? What did you see for 2018?
Well, last year, exact the same time, I was actually with my cell phone in the bed watching the New Year's show, and and that's how I got to meet everyone. It's just amazing, and yeah, I did a lot of healing due to wrong decisions I made in my life regarding relationship, and I would have never dreamed going on camera ever or talking. Like, I was the one running away from a camera, like, don't. And yeah, for me, it was like a lot of healing, like for everyone else, purging. I had stuff released. I didn't expect, yeah, the love from people that I'm receiving, like not at all. That was just a wonderful year. Of course, some downs as well, right? Not community related. But now I found, like, through all what I went through, I have the strength to get up quicker again, you know, and just face it. And it's really important. Like, I agree with Anna with what's to come. And yeah, you see the work that people do. It's just amazing.
It is amazing.
And the help between each other, it's just wonderful. It's not wonderful, it's beautiful.
This is I'm just sitting here humbled. I mean, it really is. And I think two things for myself as we come into this new year. And so we'll talk to the future, because Patrick is the future for me. Like, oh, okay. But this has been a year of great awakening for me. And as we enter into 2019, I would have never had thought or imagined that I would have gotten into the place where I suddenly begin to realize that each of us here, everyone watching us, we're immortal spirits. And the fact that we're here kind of tells me that, well, maybe this is a prison planet, and I'm talking to the inmates that we're all inmates. Now I want to figure out how we can get the hell out of here.
We're on the escape committee.
So that's how I go into 2018, 2019. It's just been a real awakening for myself. And all of you. I look at you, Sue, I look at you and Brian, all the rest of y'all. It's this family has grown.
I can't believe next year's going to be 2020.
Yeah.
Ooh, slow down.
We're not back
That's
anymore.
whoa.
Slow down.
Let's get to
What
2019.
the hell happened? I'm looking behind me, you know. That's
You really
like someone.
are a time traveler.
I am, yeah. That's the last time joke I'm going to mention.
Great, great. Now I'm here in Kashmir. So kind of going forward, we're getting about 200 people in here, and we've got a lot of empaths, intuitives, psychics, all the freaks that, you know, that the ones.
Is that what the show's called? All the Freaks?
Yeah, I mean, that, you know, that's how, you know, the world looks at us. We are the collection. But having said that, it's always amazing how intuitively we're always right. So, Sue,
Yeah.
my good friend, let's start with you. Because this is your second year on here, isn't it?
Yeah. Last it was the mirror awareness.
Yeah.
Was the first.
Yeah,
thing.
it was. Yeah. And we're going to do that again.
All right.
I think it has a lot more. I think we're much more mature, and I think we have a little bit more knowledge that we can add to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So give us some of your insights. What do you see for 2019?
Well, it is a 3-year, universal 3-year. So it's a year about self-expression. And we've done a lot of self-discovery this year, like Brian was saying, very, very inward. And so in the coming year, it's going to be really important to be willing to express who you truly are. And it's going to be really important to continue to stay inward and work on yourself and have self-care and have boundaries. Boundaries is such a big part of self-care. And the other thing that for me, I was at a meditation session today, and you know, what really came out of it was we're all creating, right? We're creators. All of us are a piece of the creator, and we're creating as we go. And so whatever reality you're creating, that's what you're creating. To me, it maybe even be, this is what different dimensions are. If you're on a prison planet, you're on a prison planet. If you're on a planet where you have soul contracts and Akashic records, that's your planet, that's your reality. There's no reason why your reality and these two different realities can't exist and coexist. And when they leave the planet, they go off into what, you know, if you're a Christian, you go with Jesus. If you're an atheist, like the guy that wrote the book, Proof of Heaven. He was a neurosurgeon, didn't believe in the afterlife, and he had a whole afterlife experience. There was no tunnel, there was no light, he was in the mud, and then he had this whole experience. If you're, you know, whatever religion you are, that's the experience you have in the afterlife. To me, it's very clear, we're creating our reality. And so you clean up your stuff, and you create your reality as you go. And if you're stuck in programming and you get caught in fear traps, like Prison Planet or entities, or, you know, that's what you're creating. And there's nothing wrong with whatever you're choosing to create. But it's, to me, so it's getting all the way back down to it. It's all about doing the inner work, because I want to create what I want to create. And that's, you know, the enlightenment and peace. That's me. Inner peace is my thing. And then create from there. That, I think, is where we're going. You know, as the vibrations increase and we drop the veils, and, you know, that we become more interconnected. I mean, the relationships, when you see relationships and you see people connecting, and you're psychically, telepathically communicating with each other, you know what's going on. It's just different than it was. So there's integrating all that as well. But that's what I see for 2019.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think that's rather
Yep.
groovy. All right, Anna, talk to us.
I agree with what Sue was saying. I said it last night on my show that I feel like literally 2018 was like a boot camp. You know, we got triggered. There was a lot of lessons I feel like this year was about, and a lot of purging. And, you know, I really feel like 2019 is going to be the year where, okay, so you learn, now apply. See how you're going to apply, how you're going to use your gifts, see how you're going to, you know, react next time you get in a position where you feel triggered, or like, you know, like trying to get us into enlightenment where we need to be. So 2020 will be a, whoa.
Hello.
Oh,
It's a shift.
Whoa.
a new timeline. Woo.
We did. We just had a shift.
Collapsing timelines. Wayne is collapsing timelines.
Wayne's gone to a different dimension.
They're here again. They hit me today on my news show. I mean,
Oh, wow.
holy crap! I don't know who, Brian, were you watching that? I know Brad was there. It just well, I like that. I can dig that. So, all right, I'm going to go with Patrick. Talk to me. What do you see
About
going
what?
on?
What do I see going on?
Yeah.
There's a definite change happening worldwide. People are, even people that aren't awake know something is coming. That's what I pick up. Something big is going to happen within the next, 20, 25 years. And I believe it's going to be cataclysmic.
Okay.
I'm not talking about Nibiru or anything like that. I'm just
Yeah.
talking about
I did a video on that. There's evidence on, sudden cataclysmic geology.
I think it's cyclical.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'd agree.
it is actually, Patrick. That's a good point. And if you want, I've been just information-wise, if you want to look, the Diebold Foundation, if anybody's looked at
In
Doug's
fact, I was
work.
reading that today.
Yeah, I've seen all his videos, and it's right along the timelines, and you're kind of in that ballpark. And if you want to see what's going on in the future, yeah, definitely check out that.
Wow, will
Sure.
do.
It's very cyclic, and the Earth and the whole solar system is on a time clock for sure.
I don't know
We're
what
a
the
clock.
time
we're a
scale
clock.
is, but I know it is cyclical.
Very much so, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting, Wayne, you were looking at that as well, were you?
Yeah.
His work?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
interesting.
well, Karen, since you have what do you see going on?
Well, for 2019, I picked the Herkimer Diamond to follow with what Sue said, and also Anna. And it's to continue with clearing and to promote clarity of thought, and to with clarity of thought becomes energy and power to continue on. And with the Herkimer Diamond, they're used for holding information as well. And with that, they're great for connecting, and they're used for lucid dreaming and astral traveling. So it's just a great all-around crystal for connecting, communicating, and like I said, for clearing and connecting, and for clarity.
Is this what you
Definitely for
sent me
clarity.
today?
Yep, those are the 2 Herkimer Diamond pendants. They're fairly large, and actually they're gifts for tonight to give away. So however you want to do that, if you want to just pick a number, and so I've got those two to give away. Well, actually, the top one sold already, but I have other ones the same, so 2 like it.
Okay.
And so they're to give away to start the year to part of our family, free. And they're to promote the new year, for like everyone is saying, to promote the clarity and,
I
finish.
like that theme, the clarity theme. I really like that. I think there has some good
I said year
foundation.
of clarity, yeah. Because I think we did the work, like everyone was saying last year, all of that hard work and learning and all the information. And Wayne, you talked about so many downloads that you received constantly, right? And I think we were all receiving the information, and that's why we're all at the same place at the same time, because we're all receiving it and getting the information. So however you want to do the giveaway throughout the night.
All right. Well, we'll talk amongst ourselves and we'll figure it out. Anja, we're going to let Grace and Beauty go before Brian. He's just the handsome guy. So,
Look at that smile. Well, I pretty much have the same opinion like the other ladies. And we spoke about that last night on Anna's already. Like I said, all this purging and releasing that we're doing right now is totally necessary to be ready for what is coming. And what is coming, I don't believe anyone can say that. Like, there is no answer for that. It will just hit us exact the same way like the energy hit us. Everybody was talking of the event, but no one really knew what it was. And at the end, we all got hit with these energies of releasing. And I was kidding around like, I didn't sign up for that. I signed for unicorn and rainbows. What the hell, right?
Don't work that way, does it?
Yeah.
And I think there will be more to come. And also what is very important, that we have to help the people that are not so aware spiritually, because they're getting hit as well. And for them, it's really, really hard because they're getting sick, like depressed, sick. They don't know what's going on. They get depression, anxieties, but they don't know it's a process of releasing. So I think it's very important to help these people do their own inner work and really guide them, not with distractions and fear feeding. Like, really, we need to focus more here on this planet. That's my opinion. Because we are here for a purpose, and we all have magic. We all have gifts. We just have to discover it. And with that magic, we can do great things. Like for me, we're in the middle of Ragnarok. Everybody that knows me knows I'm in Odin and the North. So for me, we are in Ragnarok, or is it in the Bible, the end times? For me, we're in there right now. It has nothing to do with the Big Bang. We're in it now in this big fight, and we can change the outcome. Nothing is written in stone, but I think we can accomplish something great if we really all work together, and important on ourselves. So, and I see good things, like I see a lot of people still needing help, and that makes me even more happy that we can reach people, helping
Cool.
them.
Cool. Well, thank you, Brian.
Yes.
What do you see, buddy?
Well, you know, of course, I agree with everyone as far as on the spiritual aspect. So I guess I'll take it a little bit different way. I think one thing that people need to prepare for, you know, in any way you can, and whatever way you can, is I know everybody around you is seeing the changes that's taking place with the earth, with the weather, the volcanoes. I mean, you name it. So I would, you know, not only, you know, prepare spiritually, but I would try to prepare for, you know, things like that. I mean, I know you're hearing a lot of fear porn about power outages, and I don't know if any of that will happen, but I would like people just to be, you know, a little more prepared for just anything to come. You know, it's better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
So that would.
Listen, I happen to take the stance that so from an antagonist point of view, you know, my biggest concern for 2019 is we're going to be heading into a serious recession. I see the Dow hitting 12,000, and that is that type of monetary loss globally. I think we're in for some really rough times, which I think then points back to what you were saying. We have to begin to look within and do the work within, because I think externally we're going to have a lot of distractions.
Mhm.
I think we're going to have plenty of opportunity to test our resolve. I'll put it that way.
Yeah,
And they're going to
already
throw
happening.
everything at us.
Pardon? What was that, Brian?
I said they're going to throw everything at us, but we shall overcome that.
I think this fabric that we live in called reality, it's morphing. That's just how I see it. So I think that it's an opportunity in every crisis. There's an opportunity to excel.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Sue, what are you doing down there?
What do you mean, what am I doing?
Because you're down, I can see you down here.
I'm at the top. I'm at the top of what I can see.
Well, you were at the top, and somehow now that when I came back, you were at the bottom. So
I'm the only one who stayed where I was.
Patrick, you moved up.
Okay.
You're at the bottom, Wayne. You're at the bottom.
Well, let me tell you what, you know, that sometimes being at the bottom means that there's only up to look forward to. So, it's like, all right, far out.
No one spits, please. Now, no spitting.
Well, let's I guess so. We got 222 watching. There's
Perfect.
that
Oh,
number.
wow.
You know, I see 222 between that and between, you know, the 333. It's yeah. Anyway, so why don't we get into some questions? I mean, you know, we got some talents here. I know, Patrick, you have rods. I know, Sue, you have cards. Who else? Anja, you do.
Anna.
Cards, yeah.
I do cards too.
Cards.
Yeah. So, you know, listen, you know, I think that it's interesting when we talk about continuing to awake, you know, when I look at my spirit, I am spirit. I can't find any end to it.
There is no end to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or infinite
You know,
beings.
Rose.
Yeah. It's a far out place to be too. I got to tell you what, psychedelic, man.
Flashback.
You know, never had one of those. You know, I wish I did, because, you know, I had some great
Me
trips.
too. That's what I was like. Shoot, that's like bonus.
Yes. Got ripped off, man. So, well, there's Trisha G. Hello, Trisha. You know, she brought in. So, all right, folks, come on.
What?
Well, I mean, I kind of look at it. What does 2019 mean in itself? the number?
Oh,
What does 2019 signify?
Well, two is duality, balance,
Okay.
and working together.
Okay.
Zero
I like
to
that.
me, zero is always is like a wild card. It's a point of creativity. So anything with the zeros in them, to me, you have creativity, and then you have the one. That's new beginnings, innovations, leadership, and then you have the nine. That's humanity. That's completion. Nine is everything, and nine is nothing. So individually, that's what you have.
So, I've been saying that we need to start invoking restoration.
Yes, as you've been saying, yes. And you also, to add them all together, they add to 12 first, which we were talking about the number 12 last night. We were doing some gematria.
I saw some of that. That was pretty fascinating.
1 + 2 is 3. It's creation.
Okay.
Yeah. So
we have creativity.
that's 3. That is the number 3.
Yeah. Then we have humanity.
Mm-hmm.
We have new beginnings.
And we have the 2. There's a duality. It's the working together.
Duality.
Balance.
I love that. That's the 4th principle in hermetics. We have, polarization.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty far out, Sue. High five, girl.
Thank you.
Very nice.
All right. Let's continue on with this. You see, I think that's kind of the things that we need to really look at for myself individually. It's like, I got this sense that 2019, at least I'm sensing for myself, is going to be a really groovy year for me. I mean, it's going to be, I just got this sense. Does that make sense?
I'm excited.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
And it'll be what you created.
Pardon?
It'll be what you created to be.
Well, yeah.
That's right. Whatever you think is your destiny. Whatever you think you create, right, Wayne?
Oh, listen, and maybe
So-
because I'm surrounded with so much amethyst that you walk into this office and it's like, wow, man.
It lights up, eh?
Yeah.
But it's true. Yeah. Whatever you think, if you're positive and you have positive thoughts and, you sit and think and create all the time what you want to create, and you do that all the time. That's what happens. You definitely create it.
Can I show something real quick?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Oh.
I am wearing my
you won't be able to see it too well.
This is can you see it okay?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
This is from Karen, and I was looking for a piece that was, I told her I was looking for a piece that was feminine. I said, I'll know it when I see it. And this popped up on her website, and I just thought it was beautiful. So I'm wearing it. Isn't that gorgeous?
Beautiful. That is
Very beautiful.
Hardly see. Yeah, she's peach, has a peach cap on her, doesn't she? She's clear with a peach cap, and
Just amazing.
she's
Look
really nice.
Look at the face. Obviously, this isn't going to do it justice, but isn't that just amazing?
Wow, that
Yeah.
is really cool.
Yeah, she was on the
Very.
website. Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
She was what?
Wow.
On my website for sale. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of them. Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you, Sue. I'm glad you like her. I'm glad she found a home with you. She for sure. She was.
I
for
love
you.
that.
Yeah.
I do too. And the quartz that she sends out, I mean, she sent me another piece.
what kind of crystal was that? The necklace?
This is quartz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Clear
but they're
quartz?
Karen-
special capped quartz that are very rare, and I found them in hydrothermal pockets, and each pocket I opened up was a different color. So actually, most of these, and I explained before, I was part of a crystal triad of dreamers, and we would meet and dream in the astral realm. And it's like you said, whatever you do on this side, if you have the power to do it on the other side, I create the same reality in both worlds, so that I mine on that side and I mine on this side. So we would create and say, okay, well, let's try opening up a pocket of peach crystals or red crystals or whatever. And then 2 weeks later, I'd be opening up the hydrothermal pocket of those colored crystals that we're mining on the other side in the dream
Wow.
world. So that's one of them.
I love this.
So I have them in every color. So from clear to peach to pink to orange to red, green.
I have to testify that
Wonderful. You
the
have a
amethyst-
yellow one actually from the
Yeah.
yellow pocket.
I do. And this, again, a year ago, I had no crystals in here at all. Now I feel like I'm a shop, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I hear
see,
Well,
Once you shop, you can't stop.
You
Yeah,
can always give them away, Wayne. They were to give away actually.
Nice.
yeah, I gave them away to me.
Well, take whoever you want.
You know, it's an inside job, Karen.
What do you have there,
You know,
Wayne, in your hand?
pardon. Oh, yeah. So,
Awesome.
Very beautiful.
It's yellow.
It's white with yellow, that one, and they're druzy, so they have all these little crystal quartz little.
it's far out, man. That's all I got to say.
That one's a triad one. It has two that are pointing into a triangle type of
Yeah,
thing.
that's well, if you turn it this way, you can see it.
Well, the other way. Yeah. That
Right.
way.
Is it my right or is
That way.
it my
You can
left?
see it that way. You can see both the going into each other.
Now, Brian, is that a crystal that's on your mic?
Yeah, actually, oh,
No, I think he has an amethyst behind him.
Yeah, yeah.
He does have
That's
amethyst.
amethyst behind
Yeah,
me,
he has a
but
nice
this
big
is
amethyst behind
turquoise
him, yeah.
here. Did
Okay.
you see what you sent me though?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome. Isn't that awesome? Who sent you that? Sherry, I bet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sherry Spears.
Yeah.
This thing
Sherry.
is heavy. Let me tell you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Far out.
What's his name? Sanji? Sanji?
Yep, Sanji.
Sanji?
Yeah, I never had one crystal when I started, and I probably got about 50 now, and I think I bought 2 of them. They've all been gifted to me.
You know what that
the-
sounds like to me? That sounds to me like favor.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, the generosity in this community is humbling.
It's amazing, isn't it? It truly is. It's going to grow. We're going to see more. So, Anna, you're sitting down there, my dear.
I love crystals too.
Okay. Well,
Oh, send some.
talk to Karen.
Just email me with your address and I'll
actually-
send you something.
I recently got a serpentine wand. So
Yes.
Wow.
I do. Oh, I should have shown. I do crystal wands actually too.
Ooh.
I should have showed you mine. I have one that I've had for 30 years.
You're
That
holding out.
way before Harry Potter, but it has a Herkimer diamond in the middle, and it activates and it's held in with silver, and the silver connects to the end of the my wand. So my wands are wood with usually a Herkimer diamond that's activated in the middle, and the silver points to the end to conduct it out. So I'm actually doing 3 custom ones if anyone's interested. 3 more.
Nice.
So I do and big staffs. I have a big staff. Oh, okay.
Right?
I don't know.
Well, because I found the
Anja,
most,
are you all right over there? Is it just a
oh,
mag-
Anja, I found the
malfunction?
most coolest piece of wood in the forest. That's well, actually I didn't. My dig partner found
that's nice.
this piece of gnarly forest wood from the
You know
Main
what I'm going to
forest
do,
and-
Karen? I'd like
and
to
I'm
get
making
you
3
commissioned to
wands.
some work. I'd like to have the crystal in with some wood. That would be good. That way I have the earth and then I've got, the
Sure.
crystal.
Yeah, we'll talk
Okay.
about. I can do
Let's
either
talk
a
about-
wand or I
Let-
do.
let's-
I have something special for Anja in a special piece of wood too. Actually,
Ooh,
yeah, because somebody gave it to me specially.
nice.
So Patrick's sitting over there and it's 4:00 in the morning for you, isn't it?
It is. Let me just check. It is 20 to 5.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness, man.
Wow.
You're so quiet. You're tired, Patrick.
It's-
I am. And I was waiting for the opportunity to show you my little.
Let's see what you got there, buddy.
That's all I have, a little orange one.
Yeah, I really like that.
Is that citrine, Patrick?
That is, yes.
Yeah.
Citrine.
Nice.
That
Yeah,
is
light color,
beautiful.
nice one.
I got it off a market stall. There was all these lovely smooth shaped ones, and this is rugged and got sharp points on it, and it chose me really,
I believe that.
and one of my granddaughters picked a pebble off of the beach, which my wife calls my worry stone.
Oh,
Nice and
nice.
smooth.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just sit here and play with it.
It's
Your pet
the,
rock.
I love that. So,
Yeah.
Angela, Anna, you going to say something? I see
Yeah,
you want
no,
to say something.
Yeah, no, I was gonna.
I'm feeling your energy, man. I mean,
Yes, I wanted to share some kind of, I guess you can call it epiphany or something that
Good.
I connected the dots today, or I don't know however you call it. So I was thinking a lot about how in Mexico we celebrate New Year's, and one of the traditions is to, you have dinner, and right before 12 midnight, we turn on I guess now the TV, or back then the radio, and you will hear the 12 bells of the 12 months ringing, and you will have some grapes, and every grape, every ring, you're supposed to eat a grape and make a wish for that month, right? And so that I was thinking about that, and that led me to, there's also, I guess you can call them, how do you call, how do you call the things that, like, for example, don't walk under
Superstition.
superstitions. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There's also like superstitions with the New Year's, like you're supposed to wear like a red underwear for a New Year's to attract love in the coming year, or you're supposed to grab like a luggage and run around your neighborhood to attract traveling and stuff. So I was thinking with the superstitions and stuff, it's really like spells that we put ourselves, like, when you break a mirror, the first thing you said, 7 years of bad luck, and
Yep.
you're bringing that to yourself. So to me today, I kind of connected like, whatever you believe and the things that you put the intention, which we all, know that, but, even with superstition, things like that, if you truly believe it, you will attract that in your life.
Absolutely. I think
It
people
only
do.
has power if you give it power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways,
True.
I just want to share that.
I like that. And I think that superstition plays so much a role in so much of people's thinking.
Yeah.
I tell people, if you're afraid of the boogeyman and, those evil spirits, go into a basement or a dark room and stand in the dark.
They're
Yeah.
gonna come flying.
They're gonna complain.
Oops, sorry.
I can see someone walking out like, well, thanks a lot, Steiger. What the hell did you do to me? I went in there and they're attacking me everywhere. And I'm going, what?
Wait.
Sorry.
funny you bring that up.
You're safe in your
But I
basement.
think what you were saying,
It's like I
Steiger,
lost
is like
that
facing
subscriber.
your fears, right? It was more about facing your fears, right? Is that what you were trying to, Wayne?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. The subscriber we lost.
Maybe it'll be one of the thumbs down subscribers that we're using.
Yeah, we had 3 before we went live. So,
Wow, all right. Wow.
so there you go.
We need 2 more.
How
One for
sad
each
is
of us.
your existence
Oh,
if you just go around to all these channels and thumbs down?
Yeah.
That's a sad existence.
It's amazing, isn't it? So,
That too.
Anja, what you think over there?
No, I was just thinking what Anna said. Most of these superstition stories, they have actually, and I think I mentioned that on your show once, Wayne, they actually come from ancient rituals. Like I explained with knock on wood, right? What we do when we say something. That was actually done, really, they knocked on the tree to wake the spirit of the tree for protection and peace. So, or even with the black cat, I told that Anna before too. A black cat is not bad luck. It just, if a black cat passes your way, it could be that there will be changes, but in both ways, good or bad. So, but it's not a negative omen,
I love black cats. They love me. Yeah.
That's the thing about these superstitions. They've taken them all and they made them programming. Gets back to what I was saying about we create our reality. They programmed us around the number 13, which is a magical creation number. They, all these things, the black cat, an owl, is an omen of death. It's just like everything. They've injected fear into magic, and it's all the programming.
Well, in fact, I'll tell you, when you get the number 13 in New York City, if you ever stay at a hotel, in fact, virtually every hotel, there isn't a 13th floor.
No hotels have a number 13 floor.
Yeah, it's like, can I have 13, please?
Yeah.
Who the hell are you? You know?
You're such a rebel, Wayne.
I was born that way.
The wider staircases have 13 steps.
Oh,
The what?
really? Yeah. Okay. By the way, did any of y'all see that movie, Room 1408 with John Cusack?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a really good spooky movie, wasn't it?
That was pretty creepy, yeah.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, I digress. Known for that. So, while I got everyone here, I got a question. So, if we are spirits, then that implies that we're immortal. So, do you believe in past life regression? Do you think that that one can activate memories from past lives?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Absolutely.
Patrick?
I change from one idea one day to the next one. I think we do have access to past lives. Then I think there's memory within our DNA passed down the generations, and we could be remembering their memories, not our own. And I just oscillate between the two.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. I can dig that. Brian?
You know, I used to be kind of skeptical about it, but the more, I look into it, the more like thoughts that go through my mind, especially through the meditation, when, you kind of get these visions or feelings of going back in time and reliving these times. So now I got to say, I'm kind of leaning more towards that avenue. So I would have to say yes. I mean,
my Christian indoctrination said that, you were born, that's your first moment in, but it doesn't make sense. If you're a spirit, then that means you're eternal. And I don't see how a spirit is created good or bad. I think a spirit is.
I wonder if that's why we have deja vu, or if that's just like maybe a slip in timeline.
By the way, speaking of deja vu, has anyone been experiencing more and more of those moments?
I just had
I have.
one yesterday.
Yeah. Today I had numerous. And again, whatever happened to me at noon, boy, so.
I saw that. You got hit hard.
Did you see
Yeah,
that?
Yeah.
At work, I had a moment today.
Pardon?
At work, I had a moment,
Did you?
deja vu moment, and I was seeing numbers all day, like all day. Like usually you see them 11, or whatever, right? But today it was like, okay, I'm trying to work here. Like, thank you. Like,
Yeah, I've seen a lot of synchronicities too. I've seen numbers, but today was more of there's certain kind of birds and certain kind of things, specific things that tend to pop up more certain times. And today was one of those days, actually.
I'll say something about this group. The synchronicity is off the charts. I was watching you and Brian and Sue last night over on your channel, Brian, and pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, it was interesting stuff.
Wasn't it? I mean, yeah. So
I want to say something about the past life thing, because I think Patrick has a point. I feel like you do access the cellular memory. It comes up through the DNA. I believe that I think it's both. But religion has the right of it. This body will never be in existence again. So the physicality will never be in existence again. But you'll have the imprint of this body in the cellular memory, which will never go away. That would be your quote unquote Akashic records. If you know what I'm saying, that the imprint of the physical body never goes away, and the spirit retains the experience. So you have past lives, but I think Patrick is right. I think you do. I mean, I'm almost sure you access through the DNA, you bring through the mother and the father, the bloodline, you bring through the issues.
I had a shock yesterday. I was watching back one of my videos and I noticed I've got blue eyes, but my eyes have always been green. You look back at an old school photographs, I've got green eyes. Now they're blue.
Sue's eyes changed.
Yeah.
Really?
They used to be really hazel, and now they're pretty much always a gold color.
Wow.
A what color?
Gold. They're very gold.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Anunnaki.
But they say
Is that what it is?
they say your eyes are your windows of the soul, don't they?
Well, my wife would testify. She will tell you I've changed. I mean, so what's going on?
We all look younger too, I think. I think everybody does.
Yeah.
Somebody told me that the other day. I didn't believe
We
it.
all
but-
look younger for our age. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah.
Well, go back and
Say it
look
again.
at yourself 2 years ago, and I promise you will look younger now. And I don't know if it's from clean living or meditation, the reducing stress, but we look younger. I promise you. Go back and look.
That's just because I'm a far out guy. I know that. You know,
That's
Just-
you,
You
Richard,
are.
the main trick.
you know, it's like, oh yeah, man, that's cool.
I
babe.
want to say
But
something
anyway,
about the past life thing.
Yeah.
I believe in past lives, and just for the fact, that sometimes you meet people and you have this instant connection with them. It's like
Yeah.
unexplainable. You can't and you just have that. So where does that come from?
Yeah.
So that to me personally, led me to believe that there are past lives. And I completely agree with Sue that, it is on the DNA as ancestral. And yeah, I mean, definitely
But how do you notice that? Through the eyes.
through the eyes. I remember the first time last year, when I just had my channel, I invite Anya, and I remember telling Anya, I think we just barely talked a little bit. And then when I first saw her on Zoom, eye to eye, I was like, yeah, I think I know you from a past life. You feel very familiar.
Yeah.
No, I'd be curious to know in our past lives if our eyes are the one thing that look the same.
And that's an
There's a
interesting
movie
thought.
about that.
I often wonder, how does a spirit see?
Doesn't. Spirit doesn't see, the spirit feels.
With
The
what?
spirit- The spirit feels.
With what?
I don't know with what, but it doesn't see, it feels.
Feels
with,
with
the ether, with
your fibers, Wayne, with
Well-
your like we're electrical beings, right? And
See,
we
I
have
think
all
that
of
the
these
spirit.
fibers that shoot out from us. And I keep saying
Frequency.
there's these fibers that come out from our middle sections near the solar plexus and connects us to everything in the universe, and we're all connected, and it's all energy and frequency, and so we feel. Yes.
Yeah, that's what it is. Energy.
Our
Energy.
energy beings, we feel everything. Yes.
Agree with that.
I mean, you can enter a room and a person was just in there and you didn't know, but you feel that there was a person.
Oh,
You don't
yeah.
see that person anymore. You
Or-
feel there was someone in the room.
Or you can feel if something evil or something bad or
Yes.
something negative is in, or people call it the elephant in the room, or whatever you want.
Yeah.
Walk
Or
down
laughter, different things,
Lafayette off of Canal Street, New Orleans. Yeah, you'll feel. It's like, yeah. It's like, anyway, moving. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If I have
so-
something evil, I just yell, do I look like a freaking hotel? And I kick them out like I had.
So I really didn't hear an answer though on the question I was posing. So is the spirit eternal? I mean, so if the spirit is eternal, that in itself would imply a long, long past lives.
Oh, Wayne, to get into that, we'd have to get into the whole complexity of time and for
And
eternity.
are we limited to this
Eternity.
planet, or have we
That
had
might take
loads
a
on other
while.
planets?
Well, that's a good question, Patrick. Are all humans, are they all the same spiritual classification?
Have we always been human?
There we go.
no.
And
No.
No, I doubt it, because these are just kind of avatars. So
Interesting. I love this. I
Oh.
see this, because it's one of those things I ponder. If the spirit, I am spirit. And how can a spirit be created or destroyed?
You can't.
It can't. Exactly.
I think you're here, you can spend time as a leaf.
We just are.
that's right. Well, we can, and I spend so much time in altered states. I know it's hard to, most of my day it's half and half, or I don't know, I'm in and out so much, but it's true. In some of my realities, and it's just as real when I'm there, sometimes I'm a firefly and can change form, you know, and you know, the natives talk about it all the time, or you can change and be crow, and you are crow, and it just,
Why
So
is it though only limited to Earth? You see, I believe that there's multidimensionals in there. When I am out of my body, I'm not on Earth. I am in another dimension, folks, and it's no attachment to this place. But
that's right. So Wayne, when you're in the other dimensions, when you're out of your body, do you have, how much control do you have? Are you human? Can you control and go to the same places? Like I say, I can control and change to a crow or change to a firefly in those realms. So you can get to that point where you have full awareness and lucidity and can control those realms. So
that's interesting.
you know, like yourself, are you human mostly when you're outside your body?
I'm thought.
Just thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interesting place. It's
Yeah, you can be that too.
yeah.
Where do we go when we sleep?
Because then as thought, you take that thought, Wayne, and then you can take it and create yourself to be anything then.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So we are just thought. So then once you know that, you can create yourself to be anything and do anything.
I've met some
You're
big,
unlimited.
bad, ugly things on the other side, but
Yeah, they're there too, for
Yeah.
sure.
that's what they said of me.
What does it, yeah. Now, how does everybody else feel about that? You know, about being in the two
Me being the ugly guy? Yeah.
No, being in both realms or being on the other side.
I agree with everything you said.
Half and half.
I mean, yeah, go ahead, Anya.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
To a healthy point, but I think from what I noticed, too many are out like, oh, I'm astral traveling, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, just because it's a great feeling, but without the experience behind it or the reason why am I doing that. I mean, I find if you do something like that, you should have a reason, like for shamanic journeys, or, you know, is it shape-shifting to do healing work, to do energy work?
Why? Life is life. Is there a reason for living? So it's just life.
Yeah,
Like, you don't have to have a reason to experience and travel and have fun. It's just, there has to be no rhyme or reason or something so spiritual, sacred. It's just part of, just like life. Come on, Anna. Just like life. You have to have a reason for living. We live because.
If I leave my body, then there is better reason I'm doing that. Because, like,
it's always good if you're from that point, though. If you're positive and you're good, it's always from that side. If you're not a negative person and you don't come from that side, if you're traveling, you're always positive then. And it's always good. There's nothing negative about it because you're that person.
No, but why? I mean, why can't we just like focus on here and do what we have to do here? You know, like.
But you do. We do. We're both. You spend just as much time on the physical and here when we're awake, and you can spend the whole time you're sleeping, or the other whole part that people don't know what they're doing in that world if you're awake. So
yeah, I just noticed that people have problems that yet not experienced, you know, what you do, like with shape shifting and traveling. But if you have no experience, no nothing, no attachment, and you do it too often, I just had people not coming back.
I can see that.
That's why we're still individuals.
Being empty, not going crazy, but not coming back. They don't want to come back. And that's where I have a problem with. Like, that's why I would like always lead people slowly to this if they want to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like, I'm a pain in the ass. Everybody knows that. I'm always over careful with stuff like that. If I
Happy New Year, Brian. So you've now stepped over. You've gone over to the dark side, huh?
It is. Happy New Year. I joined Patrick.
You're with Patrick. Well, you know, however we look at it, it's a journey for each individual, and You know, I love the flesh. I love the sensation of the physical body, but I kind of reason that I'm going to probably be in the spirit, hopefully more than I'll be in the physical body. But, you know, I don't know. I haven't been over there. I keep asking. No one keeps coming back.
You go every night, Wayne.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
you
what I'm
know,
saying. You go every
there-
night.
You're half the time in the spirit.
That's what I'm saying. We're always
Yeah.
half the time in the spirit. It's just
Yeah,
whether
we
you're
are.
aware of it or not.
So when I get in meditative states, one of the things I know when I'm connected to my body, there is this silver cord that I literally hold on sometimes with my hand, and it's kind of that. It's it's my focal point, if that makes sense. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's your lifeline.
Your tether.
yeah, it's kind of like a
It's your tether.
tether.
Yeah.
And
And
that's why you can only go a certain
Yeah.
point out.
And it's all right, Andre. I like pain in the asses. You know, that's a
Yeah.
good thing. Keep the conversation lively.
that's right.
I saw
Can't
so
agree with
many-
everything.
I
You know,
just saw so many things going wrong with other people
Well, you know,
doing that.
listen, you know, I think there's also this thing that we're in today, and I'll just state this out. I don't think all the bodies got living spirits in them.
Non-player characters.
Well, listen,
Non-player characters, yeah.
I have
I
friends that are
agree with that.
cops, you know, that are on patrol, and they write me emails, and I'm hearing it all over the country. They're seeing this more and more, and they write me and they say, "You're right. Excuse me, something's happened." One cop wrote me not too far from you, Brian, and said, "There's some people that they look into the eyes and there's nothing there,
Empty.
empty."
Yeah, I've seen those. I know you've seen those videos with the black-eyed children or the black-eyed people too. I wonder if that has anything to do with the non-player characters, because they
I don't
definitely
know.
don't look like they have a soul.
Yeah. So I don't know.
It makes me wonder. It makes me wonder if it's kind of if it's a case of where we all come to this plane, you know, with a soul, but in the transition of living our lives in this plane, you know, some people get lost in drugs. You know, they become addicted, and how many people you know that have some kind of addiction? We don't even recognize that's a completely different person that from who
See, I
I
call that a move-in.
A what?
A move-in.
A
A
walk-in.
walk-in.
A walk-in. Yeah.
Don't get me started.
I mean, it might be
Me neither,
possible.
please.
Oh,
It might be
Brian.
possible. And
Oh, wow.
it makes me also wonder, you know, people that are in a coma for a long time, you know, does it give an opportunity for other spirits, the tricksters, or not tricksters, but the, you know,
I was in a coma for 8 days.
sneak in and take over
That's
that?
what happened to me. I
That
know.
explains a
Oh,
lot.
really, Wayne?
That son of a bitch moved in on me and never moved out. Do you know how much freaking rent he owes me? A prick.
Wayne the walk-in.
So yeah, I mean, those are just the things that, you know, come to my mind. Like, I wonder if, you know, that's how it is.
I mean, sometimes they say they have changed when they come back, right?
Well, I think it's really possible. I really do. I just, you know.
But also with people that look empty, like from my experience with doing healing work,
Yeah.
sometimes people have also soul loss, or even if it's fragments or completely. I mean, if it's completely, they mostly have mental issues.
Yeah.
Not knowing, right? And I don't mean that in a mean way, but they do mostly have mental
What do you
issues.
think, Patrick? What do you think? Do you think?
I think there are non-player characters out there.
Ooh, I like that term. Non-player characters. That's a
Oh.
good. Ooh, I like that.
I've met a few.
I dated a few.
Wayne, don't make jokes when I'm drinking, please.
You know,
All right.
and I think it is true that we all live our own reality, although we're all here at the same time, it is possible for my reality to be true and your reality to be true, but then it can be different.
I agree. I agree.
Well, they
Whether
say if
that's where the
two
different
different
dimensions
people look. Oh, I'm sorry.
go
Go
on,
ahead.
carry on.
I was just going to say, they say if two different people look at the same thing, they see totally different things.
True.
And that's where we're actually creating in real time.
Mm-hmm.
We create all that we see.
I think this is going to be a far out year. I really do. Last year I was somewhat trepid, if that's the right word. This one here, I've got gusto. I mean, it's like, you said maybe earlier, Brian, that, maybe we're getting younger, but the energy level is higher. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
Understatement.
ma'am.
And if you know what you're doing with it, if you know how to process it and anchor it, that's what happens.
Yeah.
What you're going through, Wayne.
Well, it's really, it's pretty groovy, but anyway, so, as we kind of wrap up, because I know people got things to do, I just like to see, Sue, what do you see for 2019? I always like going on you.
Did we already have this conversation?
No, but I mean,
Déjà vu?
for the community,
Yeah.
for the Parlez-vous de français, mademoiselle?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Wayne, behave yourself.
Oh, yeah. Wayne, what were you doing before the show is what I need to know.
I'm okay. At least I didn't snort it through my nose.
Oh goodness. Yeah.
Oh, to Wayne, before we go, I'd like to give the two crystals away too, to whoever would like them. That would be good.
Hello, we've lost him.
Oh, where'd he go?
He totally took himself off. There
Oh,
he
there
goes.
he is.
Composure, folks, composure.
Is that
Anja,
another-
it's all your fault. I'll tell
Yeah,
you what.
absolutely.
I see,
It usually is her fault.
what do you do when you're in a restaurant and someone does that? It's like, well,
I think that's
Let me
even
put it
more
this
than-
way, I have no shame. Like,
exactly. Well, Sue, I was going to say I have candy.
And,
excuse me, shall we leave?
well, he's had some candy before the show.
Is that an inside joke?
It's going to take more than candy.
Well, I
Oh,
wish I had
dear.
what he had.
It's a good job this show.
I want to.
All right.
Breathe.
Yeah. Laughter doeth the heart is a good medicine.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
So
Brian.
You want me to try to take over the bus? All right, I'll try to
Please.
steer it. for a
Yeah,
minute.
drive the bus. Let Karen talk. Karen wants to give away her.
Oh, yeah, that's right. How do
Oh,
you
yeah,
want
go
to do
ahead.
that? Do we just pick a number or something, or how do you usually do that thing to give something away? How many people are in chat? I can't see chat.
There are
There is
280
280
people in
I
chat
think
right
they
now.
How
left.
many? 280?
287.
Yeah.
Six.
Okay. So, yeah, Wayne can do it. Somebody else should, not me, but I guess
Brian, go ahead. Go ahead, buddy.
pick a couple numbers between what and then what. People just put them in chat or something, whatever numbers you pick. Is that how you do it?
Sure.
You
So
should
you
write
wanna-
it
on a piece of paper.
The first person to get the first two people to get the right number
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
between 1 and 288. We're at 288 now.
Who wants to write the number?
I'll write the
I will.
number.
Write the number.
Okay, Sue can write the number.
All right.
And then they can just email me their information, then where to send it, dependent.
All right, we're getting some answers already.
All right.
Oh,
Okay,
good.
14.
We're picking a number between what, 1 and 220 and 281, 281, 284.
20. I have, oh, never mind. 285.
Here they're going.
So as the numbers get close, I just want to say thank you all. You know, this is fun when you can really genuine laugh, and you know, it.
All right, somebody's already got it.
I
We're
wrote
always
the number.
on.
Somebody got
Oh, there's the first one. I see the
Okay.
first one.
Oh, who was it?
Well, I've only seen it once. We need to have a second. Oh, there it is, two. Okay, wait, the chat needs to stop. Johnny Ace, and then it was 222. Johnny Ace Adams,
Griffin Walker also got it.
Griffin Walker, yes.
Okay,
Okay,
so
there we go.
Johnny
There's
Ace
the two.
Adams
Johnny Ace Adams.
and Griffin Walker.
Yep.
Yep, Griffin Walker. So,
Okay, so Wayne, if you could
thank you.
just my website, and they can email me their addresses, and I'll send the Herkimer Diamond pendants.
Yeah, folks, I'll put all the contact information. Those two individuals, if you'll just email me, and then I'll make sure to get that on to Karen.
Oh, also before I go to on my site, I did large Herkimer Diamond pendants are $60, and the small ones are $40, and for the year. So, and they're still on the site. So, if anybody wants one of the Herkimer Diamond pendants, they're also on the site.
Good.
And if anyone's interested in one of the magic wands, you can just email me as well.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
I love that
I'm lining
idea.
up for that. Anya, you and I are going to, or Anja, I'm sorry, Anja.
Look,
You and I are going to have a throwdown. You and I are going to have a throwdown.
Anya's going, yeah, I want that. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Cool,
feel it. I can feel it.
Wait,
Wait,
before
did
we
you ever
go-
use the incense?
Yes. Sue.
Sorry, I cut Anya off.
Oh, that's fine.
I was going to say before we go, I wanted to mention something because I was running some gematria on the names before, and you were talking about how you see 222 or whatever all the
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
22. I just remember 22 was one of the numbers for your name. I think for Wayne.
Yeah. Wow.
Wayne was 22, and I think 22, and I think 23, which is another magic number. But I just thought that was interesting because you said you see the 22 all the
do.
time.
Everywhere.
The 222.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, y'all just made my day. I just want to thank you, Brian. You know, you're a good man. So, you know, thank you for being here. I think it's just been a groovy time.
Thank you as always. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, it's fun. Anja, gonna have to watch you going out. I mean, in public. I mean,
I can't behave, I tell you that.
I love this group. I love this group. And Patrick, I know you're a little new to it, but hey, this is your baptism on fire. So we're gonna probably not do the show tomorrow, but we'll do it next Tuesday. The Talking with Planets, and because I have a list of questions, and I think that this has got some area to explore. So, Anna, Raven Wolf,
Yes.
what can I'll put everyone's YouTube channels up here. So thank you, and you know, with you're a delight, and
Thank you.
I know you're getting close to the time that you need to get with parents.
Yes.
So Karen, thank you
Yeah.
again for your generosity.
Oh, you're welcome, Wayne. I just love
Yeah.
everybody, and thanks for having me again. And
It's always
I
a
still
pleasure.
have
Very
3
nice
hours.
meeting you,
I still
Karen.
have you too, Anja, and I'll say we'll
Nice
get
to
in
meet
touch
you.
about the wands, but I still have 3 years before the midnight, so I get 3 hours to celebrate yet.
Yeah, you do. That's excellent.
I know,
And-
it's excellent.
Sue, it's all your fault. I mean, you know,
Yes, everything's Sue's fault. It's all Sue's fault.
I had perfect composure until, you know, it's like, what?
I am so innocent. It's not even funny.
You're right.
You're right.
Sitting here, minding my own business.
So standing here going, okay, what? Ay. You know, all I had was coffee. I mean, it was it. I mean, it was nothing else.
How sure
You're
are
high
you?
in life.
You know, it's just great energy here. Great energy. I just want to say thank you all for just, well, you've enriched me, and you're just my friends, family, except for Sue. Sue's
Poor
Sue's
Sue.
like my
Oh,
Sue's my sister, you know.
oh, well, then that's a
You
little
know,
different.
Non-family.
Look at Anja thought I was going to say something. No, man. You know, it's like, you know, we've all had that sister, haven't you, one? You know, the one that beats you up and you're going, yeah, there'll be a day, you know?
I've always
so-
been that sister. I've always
See?
been the black sheep. I'm used
I
to it.
knew it. I knew it. You just got that kind of energy, but it's a wonderful energy. Well, thank everyone who's joined us. Have a great new year. Every one of you, thank you again. And thank you. That's all I got to say. And we'll see each other on the other side.
On the other side, yeah.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Bye-bye.